Hello lovely friends, welcome to Yoga with Rose. This practice today is for happy and healthy hips. So it's a lovely stretchy flow with a lot of hip openers. If you've got a strap or a belt and some blocks, then I would suggest that you have them close by. If you're here as part of the 21-day January journey, then welcome to day 11. We are officially past halfway through. Congratulations. I hope that you enjoy this wonderfully stretchy flow, and if you notice any sensations or emotions starting to arise, then this is completely normal. We're delving quite deep into our hips here, and we store a lot of negative energy and emotions in there, so just let it come, accept it, and then move into it with your breath. With that being said, let's get to our practice. Roll out your mat and let's begin. Okay friends, come down to your mat and have your strap or your belt close by and your blocks, and we're gonna come to lie down on our backs, so have your strap near your head. And bring the soles of your feet together and let the knees fall away to either side. Maybe putting some pillows underneath your knees or some blocks if you have them. Close your eyes. And bring one hand to your heart and the other to your belly. Take this opportunity to check in. How are you feeling today? And we're going to start our practice with a breathing exercise called our 3-part breath. So we'll breathe into our belly first, let the breath rise into our ribs, and then into our chest, retaining the breath for a few seconds at the top, and then releasing the chest, the ribs, and then the belly. Good. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest and ribs, and let the belly fall away. And follow your own breath now. Feeling it rise as you breathe in. And then just let everything soften and fall away as you breathe out. Lovely, then release your hands when you've taken your final round and just return to the natural rhythm of your breath. Start to guide the knees back into neutral and then hug them into your chest. And from here we're going to take some gentle leg circles, so extend the arms, taking the legs away from you. And then rotate them round the outside, drawing them into the body in a lovely big circle. Good. Just starting to warm up the hips. And then making sure you come back the other way, draw the knees into the chest, take them round the outside. Then hug the knees back into the chest, and then release the left leg, send it out long on your mat as you hug the right knee in. Then extending the leg, take the foot up towards the sky as we take hold of the foot or the leg maybe, perhaps grabbing your strap here and looping it over the sole of your foot. And we're going to come into a half happy baby pose. So as you exhale, drawing the knee down towards the elbow. If you've got your strap, trying to keep it in your right hand if you can. And then just bringing your left hand to your hip, just to make sure it stays nice and parallel and doesn't start to roll anywhere. Lovely. Starting to go quite deep into our hips now. Then releasing the foot as we bring the left hand over to our leg or our foot. And then as we exhale, start to bring the leg over to the left hand side. Good, you can start to straighten the knee a little bit here, but it doesn't need to come over so far until we feel a quite intense stretch right down the outside of the right leg and the glute. Try and let go a little bit more with each exhale. And then returning back to center, straighten the leg up, hug it back into the chest one last time, and then send it out long on your mat. Feel that lovely rush of energy and sensation back into your hip flexor. Grabbing your strap again, or perhaps taking your peace fingers and wrapping them around your big toe. Good, inhale in first, and then as you exhale, drawing the knee down towards the floor. Good, try and keep that right hip nice and parallel. You can press the right heel into the floor here to help. And then follow your breath. Let it guide you into maybe when to move in a little bit deeper. Tighter, a little more intense. Breathe in and breathe out to let it go. Lovely friends, rolling back onto your back and then hug the knee into the chest. Let it out long on your mat. Again, feel any sensations in your hip flexor here as the fresh blood flow comes back in. And then we'll hug both knees into the chest now. Stretching the feet up to the sky as we come into our full happy baby. Good. Use your exhale to draw the knees down to the floor. Taking your grip wherever feels right in our full expression of this pose. See if you can feel the length of your spine on your mat here. It's quite often in our happy baby that our tailbone is rolled up. So if so, maybe just take your grip a little bit lower down your leg or the strap. Press the lower back into the floor as well. And then release both legs. Send the feet up to the sky. Give them a little bit of a flex and a point. And then hugging the knees back in. Take a little rock and roll of our spine up to seated, like a ball. Tuck your chin to chest. And then bring the hands in front of you as you roll over the knees or swivel them round to one side to our tabletop. Okay friends, we're going to take our knees a little bit wider today in our tabletop position to keep opening up into those hips. We'll take a few round of our cat-cows here. So inhale as you drop the belly and lift the chest. And then exhale, tuck the pelvis under, curve your spine. Good, following your breath here. Nice fluid movement in our cat-cows. Good, take one more like this. Good, then on your next inhale, have a little experiment with dropping the hips forward a bit. And then exhale, send them back to your child's pose. Good, inhale, curve through the spine, dropping the hips at the top, lift the gaze. And then exhale, push them back to your child's pose. Nice, and again, one more time. And exhale, send the hips back, child's pose. Take a moment here, soften the body through the legs. And then roll the body up to your 4-point kneeling. Tuck the toes underneath and send the hips back to your first downward facing dog. Keep the knees nice and bent here. Take whatever movement your body wants today in your downward dog. Maybe it's complete stillness. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, look to the top of the mat and take a few steps to join your hands. Maybe 4, maybe it's more. Soften the knees and let the body relax over the legs. Take a little shake of the head to say no, and a nod of the head to say yes. And then start to heel toe the feet to the outer edges of the mat, toes facing out, and then drop the sit bones down into our malasana. Nice, take some movement here as well. It always feels so nice to have a little sway. Remember your blocks are close by, you can bring them under your hands. And then start to bring the body up so the spine is nice and long, and we'll come to our prayer hands, pressing the elbows to the insides of the knees here. Draw the shoulder blades down the back and just tuck the chin in slightly so we're lengthening all the way down the spine. Take one more inhale, grow tall through the top of the head, and then place the hands on the floor as we start to raise the hips up. Heel toe the feet into hips width apart. Generously soften in the knees as we curve up to stand for 3, 2, and 1. Roll the shoulders back, round and down, mountain pose. Take this moment to find your grounding, tune into your breath. Then inhale, reach the hands up to the sky, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold the body over the legs, deep forward fold. Inhale, create some space. And then exhale, plant the hands, step the left leg back long and drop the knee to the mat. Good. Start to heel toe the right foot out now, bringing the hands to the inside of the foot to come to our lizard pose. Lovely. Take some movement here, some sways again. And you can turn the right toes out here, coming onto the knife edge of the foot, just to create some more space. Just make sure the knee is in line with the toes. Sending the hips forward and down. Lovely. Let's flow with our breath here. So as you inhale, come to the fingertips and lift the chest. And then bend the elbows as we melt the heart down to the floor. Good. Inhale, undulate up. And then exhale, melt the body down. And again, inhale to come up. And exhale, fold the body down. And come to the elbows here, or the forearms perhaps. Remember, you've got your blocks, so you can bring the hands or the forearms onto your blocks. If you just want to stay on your hands, this is a perfectly great place to be as well. We're working deep into our right hip and also our left hip flexor here. Follow your breath. Use your inhales to invite in new air. And use your exhales to try and relax your muscles a little bit more. If you're on your forearms, just come up to your hands. And as we inhale, we're going to cartwheel the right arm back, reaching to the back of the mat. Take your gaze with it. Either staying here or bending the back leg as we take hold of it with the hand, and then gently start to draw the heel to our glutes. You can always come back down to your forearm of your left arm. Wherever you are, keep using your breath. Use your inhales to create some space. And use your exhales to move in a little bit deeper. And then we'll release the back foot here. Rotate the arm back round, coming to our hands. Tuck the back toe underneath. And then just spend a little moment here. Shift forwards and backwards. Iron out any niggles. And then bring your weight into your hands, and we're going to step our left leg to the outside of our left hand here. We'll take a few goes to do this, and then bring the sit bones to the floor as we come back to our malasana. Have a nice sway from side to side, and come to find some stillness. Palms come to our heart. And then on your next inhale, open the arms now, bringing the palms forward. Think of shining the heart forward. And then bring them back together, grounding the hands. Start to lift the sit bones up as we heel toe the feet into parallel. Good. Inhale, come to halfway. Exhale, deep forward fold. Soften in the knees as we roll up to stand for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, draw the palms to heart center. Good. Use this moment to check in. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold the body down to the mat. Inhale, create some space. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right leg back this time, releasing the knee down. Good, then start to heel toe the left foot out, and then bring the left hand to the inside of the foot to our lizard. Take your shift from side to side. And then maybe coming to the knife edge of the left foot. Sending the hips forward and down. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows, melt the heart to the floor. Inhale to rise up. And then exhale, fold the body down. Lovely. One more time. Inhale, create some space. And then exhale, moving into that space. Coming to the forearms. Or maybe your blocks. Or maybe staying on your hands. Lovely friends, think of keeping a really long spine here in our lizard pose if you can. Use your blocks to help you with this. Close your eyes. And then for those of you who are on your forearms, just coming back up to your hands. Take an inhale now as we reach the left arm overhead and to the back of the mat. Either staying here or option to bend the back leg, seeing if we can take hold of the foot. And then exhale to draw the foot into the body. Lovely, just move with your breath here. Use your exhales to go a little bit deeper, maybe coming down to the forearm. We're going really deep into our hips here, so just notice if anything comes up, any emotions, perhaps some irritation. And if you've got hold of the foot, just releasing it now, let the leg stretch out long and then reach the arm back overhead to plant it down. Tuck the back toe underneath and then raise the back knee off the mat. And just take a moment here, find a bit of movement. Step the back leg now to the outside of the right foot. Take a few goes of this. Have a little sway from side to side. And then as you exhale, lower the sit bones down to Amalasana. And then reaching the right hand out to the side, and as we inhale, reach the left one up to the sky. Good. Think of pressing the outside of the arm into the inside of the right leg here, really opening up and getting into that hip and the side body. And then as we exhale, bring the left hand down as we reach it out, and then inhale, reach the right arm up. Lovely. Use the arm to press into the leg. And then exhale, plant both hands down, rising the sit bones up, heel toe the feet to hips width apart. Take an inhale, come up to halfway, and then exhale, fold over the legs. Take 2 steps back to your high plank pose. Take your chaturanga. Inhale to open the body up. And then exhale, make your way to your downward facing dog. Lovely friends, just take a big releasing breath here in your downward dog. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale, let it out of the mouth with a sigh. On your next inhale, raise the right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Good, and you can open the hip here. Really enjoy that opening in your 3-legged dog, and then bending the top leg. Think of drawing the heel to the glutes, and then shifting forward, bring the right knee to the right wrist as we come to pigeon pose. Lovely. Have a little shuffle around, use your props if you need to here. Just make sure both hips are nice and parallel. And we'll take an inhale to grow tall through the spine, and then exhale, lower the body over the front leg. Coming to your blocks. Close your eyes. We've done a lot of hip opening in this practice. So again, just notice if anything comes up. We tend to store a lot of emotional energy and negative energy in our hips, so you might feel a bit irritated, maybe a little bit emotional. If you do, just acknowledge it, just notice it, accept it, and breathe into it. Good. Start to rise the body up now. Press into the hands as we tuck the back toe under. And step it back to our high plank. And then take the sit bones high straight away, coming back to our downward facing dog. Lovely. Take anything you need here. And then as you inhale, raise the left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Opening up that hip. And then bending the top knee. Opening up the side of the body, looking under the left armpit if that feels nice. Then exhale to shift forward, bringing the knee through to our pigeon pose. Start to flare the foot round and forward if you can, extending the back leg down the middle of the mat. Take your inhale to grow tall, and then exhale, relax the body over. Lovely. Follow your breath. Use your exhales to sink into the mat, into the ground beneath your mat. Notice how your body starts to surrender to this asana. And begin to rise the body up, walking the hands into the leg. Press into the hands as we tuck the back toe and step back to plank. Send the sit bones high and then ease the heels down, downward facing dog. Lovely, my friends. Have a little pedal out of those legs. And then as we inhale, wave through the spine to your plank and then take your lovely flow. Inhale to open the body up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Soften the knees now and take 2 steps or a little hop to come to seated. We'll come round to face the long edge of our mat and just take each leg out wide. We'll come into our seated wide leg forward fold. Good. Flexing the feet here. Bring the knees to face up to the sky. And then just taking hold of the top of the thigh, we're going to externally rotate our legs here. So you can bend the knee in a little bit and think of almost taking the flesh out to the back and down. Good, then perhaps staying upright is enough. If you want to come over to a few waves, take an inhale to grow nice and tall. And then exhale, fold the body over. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, release the body. Good. Inhale one more time, create some space. And then exhale, wave the body down. Perhaps coming to our forearms, maybe our elbows. Grab your blocks for a bit of height here. And close your eyes. Notice where you feel the stretch in this position. You can maybe bring the hands but wherever you are, come back to your breath. Let it guide you. Let it move you into this pose. Use your exhales to sink lower, deeper. Lovely, then slowly, slower than you ever thought possible, start to walk the hands back into the body, coming to sit upright. And then rock back on the sit bones as you use your hands to guide the knees in, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. And then just take a little windshield wipe of the legs and close your eyes. Feel into any sensations that arise here. And take the legs out long. Can soften into the knees a little bit. Sit right tall on those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. And then exhale to release the body over the legs. Lovely. You can use your strap again here to wrap around the feet. Or maybe holding onto the calves, or reaching all the way forward to grab onto the feet if you can. And slowly start to bring the body up, walking the hands in. Bring the knees in as we hug them into the chest. Tuck the chin into the knees, hugging yourself into a really tight ball. And then come into your cross-legged position. Have a little sway from side to side. Perhaps you want to try a half lotus here. Seeing how that feels, bringing the foot up onto the thigh. Then sitting nice and tall, we'll bring one hand to our heart and one hand to our belly. Closing our practice with our 3-part breath again. Inhaling into the belly, ribs, and rising to the chest. Exhale the chest, the ribs, and the belly. Continuing with your own breath. Notice how you feel. Perhaps a little different from when you stepped on your mat. Then draw your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Thank yourselves for your wonderful practice, for dedicating this time to your body, to your mind, and to your well-being. For your January journey to wellness, love and light. Namaste.